What's going on, everyone? Daniel Rodriguez here, aka Big D. It's time to review Into the Badlands, Season 1, Episode 3, titled White Stork Spread Wings. This is a spoiler review. If you have not seen the episode, make sure to go to amc.com/IntoTheBadlands to watch the full episode there. Real quick, I just want to tell you, I watch The Walking Dead, okay? And if you don't watch The Walking Dead, I'm not going to spoil nothing from Walking Dead or anything, but I'm saying, coming off of this episode, and then seeing the first commercial, the 2-minute sneak peek for the next episodes, it kind of turned me off of Into the Badlands because something big happened on The Walking Dead where I was like, oh my god, they said his name. So, note to you that Into the Badlands kind of was pointless for me when I was watching it, like the first 10-15 minutes after that commercial, where I was like, I'm just watching it like, they just said this guy's name on Walking Dead, why am I watching this type of thing? So, just mind you that did kind of mess it up a little bit for the episode for me. I just want people to know that. But let's get right to it. I saw the whole episode, obviously, but to me, this episode wasn't that interesting. Because I'm going to be honest. Let's be honest real quick. The action is great. The action's fun. That's the reason why most people even watch the show, is because of the action. The acting itself, it's okay. I mean, there's worse acting out there in the world, but there's better acting in the world as well. I mean, this show's not obviously about acting, obviously. So, I mean, it's just some of the characters work for me, and some of the characters I really could care less about. Some, I feel like they're copying Game of Thrones. I'm not like copying, but the whole, I don't know. I don't get the whole storyline with the Baron's girlfriend sleeping with his son or wife. 2 wives. I don't get that whole storyline. I don't care for that storyline. Neither do I get the storyline. So I'm just saying all that I blurt out. I don't care for that. So I don't think I acknowledge it in there at all. And if you're an actor, because I get some people in my reviews that say I was a stunt double or I was an extra. I do get people like that. If you are a part of the show or made part of this show, no disrespect to the actresses or anything like that. I mean, I think everyone is awesome in this episode or this whole show, but doesn't mean they're fantastic actors. I mean, but I do love the commitment that they put into the show, even the stunt work and all that, man. I think that is truly extraordinary of what they do. So I just want to, a lot of people from Z Nation always say, like, I was an extra and everything. I was a zombie in Z Nation, so I get a lot of that stuff. So kudos to those who are extras and Into the Badlands. Here we go. First off, Baron Quinn goes after the widow. Find the widow. Kill them all. Saddle up its wall. Oh yeah. So he goes after the widow and there's a major fight, man. But while he's having the fight, he gets a headache. And the widow, you think the widow's gonna be like, haha, finally. But who interrupts? Sunny. And he's like, Baron. And she's like, and everything like that. So the widow escapes. Sunny is gonna help MK. He's gonna teach him how to become a warrior, how to become a clipper, but so they could escape the Badlands, basically. So Ryder, the Baron Quinn's son, he has his brain is swollen, so Val, Sunny's girlfriend, relieves the brain swelling and everything. She meets Baron Quinn, and I love what he says. Why, you're the one who's sleeping with Sunny, right? He has exquisite taste. Yeah, I love that. I love how she's just like, what? Creep me out there a little bit, though. Creep me out. Can you imagine that? Creeping V out? Me? Oh, very hard. So, MK versus Waldo. I think that guy's name is Waldo in the wheelchair, and literally he was like, oh, come on. You need me to use my legs? And, he's like, alright, here we go. And literally Waldo's like blocking him and everything. I mean, Waldo kicked MK's ass. So anyway, Sunny goes after Angelica, who's a prostitute who works for the widow. There's a fight. She kills herself. Baron goes to Val for help because of the tumor, but MK's there. He's listening. He's spying. Val can't read the book, this language that's in this book that can help MK out. So that's the episode, ladies and gentlemen. What did I think about this episode overall? Well, first off, let me give you the pros. The action was awesome. I mean, let me tell you, the Baron versus a Widow, that was great action, especially the directing in there, and it was intense. The choreography in there was great action. Now, were there better action scenes in the Badlands? Oh yeah, there's been like at least 5 or 6 action scenes in total in this whole show so far. But I do think that the action was noteworthy. Again, the Baron versus the Baron Quinn versus the Baron Widow were amazing. That was a good action scene there. But the other action scene, the prostitute Angelica versus Sunny, it was okay. It was an okay action scene there. But the opening was awesome. Kill them all. Vel's an interesting character because I do want her to run away with Sunny. I was scared when I really was scared when the Baron, he's like, the door's unlocked. You gotta be careful there, dear. I literally thought he was gonna kill her. I was like, damn, Sunny's gonna be so depressed. So I was kind of getting scared. I was like, this can't happen. Luckily it didn't, man, so she's going to end up helping him. Quinn himself, dude, I think Quinn is my favorite Baron. I'm on Quinn's side. I'm also on the Widow's side. It's kind of hard to pick which side you're on. The effects in here, the practical effects and the CGI effects are always good. Never wrong, especially with Sunny and fighting. MK is an interesting character, especially when Sunny's, again, trying to teach him, and him fighting Waldo was an awesome scene to see. The only cons I could really say, the acting is not, some of the acting here is just not enjoyable, or some of the characters, like Ryder, I could care less about Ryder's character. I really don't care for him. I don't like Ryder's character one bit. I just tune him out most of the time. Very slow. This episode wasn't so slow. I mean, the parts I told you about were really interesting. The action scenes, Quinn, but Quinn talking to Vel as well are also interesting scenes. But it was slow at times, definitely with the whole Ryder and the girl thing. Or, I think also MK and Tilda are awesome. I think they should talk more. I think they should have more scenes. I'd rather see a little bit more of that. But some parts are just not as interesting. I told you I tuned some stuff out. Some parts were just not as interesting as others. So overall, I'm going to end up giving, they're starting to do this Sunny thing where Baron wants Sunny to talk to this other group in order to get that Baron's help. And the girl's name is Sefer or something, Sefer, to get Sunny to get them help and aid and all that. So I'm kind of like, oh great, now you're going to get the other Barons involved when you should just get this Baron Widow, this tumor thing. Get this done first, get the story instead of bringing other characters, because I think we have enough characters, and now they're going to bring more, and it's kind of like, okay, sure, do what you want. But overall, I'm going to end up giving this episode a C+. I think it's an okay episode, guys. It was interesting. It did have good action scenes, but then again, this was the one episode where there was only 1 or 2 action scenes. The others had better big action scenes, and I could tell next week's promo looks amazing. Next week's promo looks really action-packed. It looks like it's going to go down. I mean, next week looks way better than what this week was. I'm not saying it's a bad episode. Definitely, it's an okay episode. A C+ is okay, guys. It's not like, oh my god, give it a C+. No, it's good. I mean, it was okay. It had good moments. Yes, it did. I definitely action. I think MK is a really interesting character. I want to know more of his background. And it's kind of weird because Vel can't read the book, and I like how he's going to go help her. And Sunny's more of that type where he doesn't want MK to deal with this stuff. So it's different character perspectives, man. And we do have to watch out for Quinn, because Quinn is going to do something nasty. So just make sure that we keep an eye out on good old Quinn. But the Widow, she's going to bite back. Saddle up. It's wow. Thank you so much for watching. I hope all of you guys enjoyed. Comment down below. Let me know what did you think about Into the Badlands. I'll see you next Sunday for more. Hopefully you had a great Thanksgiving. Welcome to the month of December. See you all soon. Subscribe for more. Bye-bye. Spock be with you always.